Hello my friends, and big thanks to all subscribers and moderators, and also a big welcome to all the new members. So some really great news ahead, and I think it's going to be exciting that you can learn how to win a free reading. So let's start with some kind of like general info. So this is a general reading. So that means I don't want the freak out, hey, it's not catered to special me, it's just me, and not every detail of my life is being covered. Well, I'm sorry, sweetie, but this is a general reading. So how I do it, I kind of like focus on everybody of that sign, and also on their ascendant, also on their moon, and also on all the people who might be actually cross-watching. So plenty of people there, so two people of the same sign are never the same. Nothing really beats private readings, so just keep that in mind. Now, what I do suggest is, like, definitely, as I mentioned, to check your sun sign, check your ascendant, check your moon sign. And if you're cross-watching for somebody else, then also check the same, like sun sign, ascendant, and moon, and also their Mars. That's going to tell you their really attitude toward relationships and how basically this is like resonating at this particular time. Now, I really want to also say something else before I go to that great part that you're like waiting for, that this reading, like if you get a private reading, this is like on a double special. First of all, it's only $50, and second of all, you are still taking advantage of the speed up promotion. So it is about 7 days. I'm not going to guarantee exactly the same 7 days because sometimes I have the monthly readings, but within the 7 to 9 days you get the reading back. If it's a regular reading, you can upgrade it to Russian Urgent, but this is really up to you. So are you excited? Let's get to the fun part. And one on social media. So off you go. So guys, it's very simple. If you're being called to be a winner, you just basically from that nick you send, put your email, and that way we know it is you, and that's all you need to do. In the comments you give your email, and then you're contacted at that email, and that's all that takes. So there you go. So I hope to see you on Saturday on live reading, and not only one Saturday but many Saturdays, and many of you are present. So all you have to do is like, hey, I'm here, hi Kat, I'm in Toronto, I am in Arkansas, I am in Michigan. So all you need to do is just like announce yourself, and you have to be present when this is drawn. So this is kind of like a good start, especially for those of you who never had private reading. It's very therapeutic. I'm not fortune teller, I'm actually kind of guiding you through the process, and that's kind of like really easy for everybody, so nothing to be scared of. What I'm going to do the next is I'm going to explain to you how I came up with this Is Your Ex Coming Back spread. This is only for the people who are actually wanting their exes to come back. So I don't want to hear, I don't want my ex back. Just go to the different reading. It's all cool. If you have seen this, if you are a steady kind of like person here, just jump to the reading, see the timestamps below. It took me forever to find a combination of 7 cards that can actually work out and give me the information. These cards are taken from a different deck. They're called significators, and they're going to be identical to every single reading. They're kind of like telling me the category about what they need to know about this particular relationship between you and the person you're asking about. It is only for the people who are, as I said, looking for somebody and want to know more. The magician is going to tell me the quality of this relationship, if this is really a starter, if you cannot go in a different direction, and if this is going to happen. The temperance reversed is going to tell me what is off, what needs to be glued, what needs to be repaired. Is the situation right? Is the person right? What is wrong? And we are going to realize that. Then we have 2 significators. They are interchangeable, either or. You can kind of like pick one, you will see which one resonates more, and also the energy and the communication in between. The Judgment card is our karma card. It's going to tell me, hey, is this supposed to go on? What is supposed to happen here in between everybody? And what do we really need to expect? That's fine designating. And finally, we can make an educated guess to see where is this heading? Where is this going? But again, guys, I did tell you, private reading is private reading. It's only your energy that is involved. So let's start. Pisces, and welcome to your Is Your Ex Coming Back series for September. So let's start. Whoa, 10 of Swords reversed. The good news is like the worst is over. Like something happened here that felt really was coming from all the sides. You just like, you didn't expect it. Shocking. And look at that. You have been stuck in this darkness and trying to kind of like step back and see what in the world happened here, and it's kind of like really hard for you. It's almost like you're stuck in this kind of like loop over here. Look at this 10 9 8. What are the chances? 10 9 8 of Swords. It's like in your head, and really you're hiding really to the others how you really feel, that there is like this gloominess and darkness about this whole thing, and at the same time you're kind of like feeling fear or indecision, and you really don't know where to go. You don't really you feel that no matter what you do is going to take you in a really direction where you don't want to go. It's kind of like really taking steps back and trying to kind of like get to the point where you feel okay. And then is this Temperance reversed. It is like the situation here that happened, that it is one of those things: wrong place, wrong person, wrong time, right? Something here happened that has been seemingly really crucial, and something didn't gel and something didn't glue. You kind of like in your head kind of like have a direction where you want to go. Look at all the swords, the 6 of Swords, and then Ace of Cups and the Lovers reversed. It could be that this person is going to come back. It looks like you're asking for active participation in this thought process. You're asking for some kind of explanation, but I do have to tell you that given this is all happening with, oh my gosh, what happened, it's like your mind seems to be really overactive. But this is telling you that you have to take this as a new beginning of some sort, because it looks like with this particular relationship there was like no commitment, and this is the same tangent, Sagittarius and Gemini tangent, right? The Lovers card and Temperance, kind of like two different facets. Maybe there was no patience in the situation. Maybe there was a rushing to go somewhere. Maybe, you know, there was like lots of problems from what I see. Just like you being this kind of like blindsided tells me about being sidetracked in the situation, because there was not enough transparency in the situation. And definitely there's like clearly telling me that you didn't have an upper hand in the situation. In fact, quite frankly, you felt like that you had to revolve around this person and around this situation. Let me see, why is this Ace of Cups here? Because karma is saying that this is a seed of a new beginning. So let's see what this seed might tell us. Young woman. It looks like you are kind of needing to learn something about you and something about the situation. I think clearly this represents you, whether you're a man or a female. If you're a female, kind of like you need to go back maybe when you were younger and think how you felt about love, and how basically the best things that we had didn't have this huge management mechanism around that, and didn't have all this kind of like turmoil. And this is really asking of you to kind of like go in that frame of mind, and this is like really feeling lovey and dovey and kind of like not necessarily with this person, but this is asking you to not to lose that essence of who you are, essence or where you can be. There is like this strong sense of possible jealousy in the situation of something that maybe has been going on. There are 2 6s. There's like definitely a soulmate situation over here. It looks like that they ended that situation with you, but there's like still some kind of like conversation, or there's like still some kind of like connection going in this particular case. Okay, so let's see what else do we have. Boundaries are really important here. And I think this is what you didn't do. Maybe you're just being a typical Pisces. You're really trusting. You're giving yourself to this entire world. That's great. But can you afford it? Can you afford the recovery time? Because this is saying, look, these boundaries are set for a reason. That means if somebody goes too much in your space, then maybe damage is going to be something you won't be able to recover, right? So let's say, okay, you know, I'll let you kind of defecate my fence, I let you break my door down, but you're not taking static walls. That's who I am, and I'm so strong that even if you take everything down, I will and I can recover. It's kind of like clearly talking about that, right? That there is like a need for kind of like saying, look, this is the line in the sand, and getting there is really, really important. And I think this is like something that didn't happen in this process here. Yes, it is really, really hard to heal over here. This is like the card of hope and losing hope. And the truth here is that this is about you finding out, I guess you want to find out, what have I done wrong? You're kind of like doing that. But people do all kinds of things for all kinds of reasons. There is like sometimes no reasoning about that, and like the only solution is that we have to be strong in the situation, and we need to know in which direction we are going. For you in particular, the advice is that you observe past, present, and future actions of people. That this is like definitely telling you, this is like that emotional, you see the moon here is under her feet. This is, the High Priestess is a very smart lady. She is observing things, and you know, people can say all kinds of things, and the manipulators really know that. Oh yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get you a job. Yes, you know, we are going to get married, and I can see our wedding. So they're painting this picture just because at this point maybe they're feeling romantic. At another point they will want something from you, so they are going to kind of like lead you down that garden path. So now you're going to say, okay, great, you said that, but let's see if you're going to do anything about it. So if you see this was just like kind of like empty words, empty promise, you're going to make your decision, and vice versa. So there is a Seven of Pentacles, and there is this Karma card over here. So there is definitely a karmic soulmate, 2 sixes, and a Karma card. And this karmic soulmate kind of like needs to figure out certain things on their own. It looks like they actually it's kind of weird. You might turn things around by simply kind of like changing your kind of like behavior, changing your modus operandi, and instead of going and engaging and being caring and loving. And I had this friend, Pisces, I still have it actually, we are not as much in contact right now, and she would always, like, I would see her after work, she was like from work, she would always like, and wait and wait and wait. I said, what are you doing? Well, I'm waiting for my friend. I said, but like it's, and I'm usually late at work, and I will come down like almost like hour and a half after 5 o'clock, and she would still be there. Yeah, I understand, and this and that. I felt so bad for her. And it looks like no more for you stuff like that. No more waiting game, no more stuff like you are kind of focusing yourself to you. You really need to heal, and there is like a big message for you to heal inside and to heal outside, because there is like a need to kind of like regroup and kind of go in different direction. They might just disappear. They might even accuse you of you leaving them in the cold, because that's pretty much how manipulators work. They gaslight, and they kind of like put you on the defensive. Of course it cannot be them. Yes, they just have been in bed with somebody else, but you know, yeah, you know, just, you know, happened, right? It happened. They need to learn this lesson. The Hangman over here is clearly stating that somebody needs to make sacrifices to understand how their actions are affecting other people, and that is like really, really crucial over here. Really crucial to kind of like put their foot down, and you are putting your foot down there as well. And I think it's kind of like, you might even say it like, you know, if you really want to be in my life, you will need to prove me something. You will need to earn my trust, kind of a thing. But it also could be that they're pulling Houdini on you over here. See, that's the codependency. We still have that darkness over here. And I think this whole thing is like that you get out of this darkness, because this person was leeching on your weakest link and was like really tangling it there. There's another 7. It's kind of like spiritual lesson as well. So that's like another 6. So we have like 666. And there's another karma card for you. You see, with this person you have been dealing with for quite a while, not only in this life, in many, many lives. So when the Judgment card comes, that clearly this is telling me. And it is giving you opportunity to once for all that you kind of like figure out what can work, what cannot work, because the Judgment means, when it's reversed, that you know the right from wrong and you're taking wrong. So this is like really asking you, are you sure you want it? Are you sure that this person you think is the only option for you? Because look at what's happening here in the karma space. You are showing up here, and again it is telling you, just like here in this young woman in this like Ace of Cups, you need to put yourself on the pedestal. You need to understand what you are bringing to this table. You're bringing this like big kind of like emotional nurturing, and this person, look at that, they're all reversed. They're like always creating this turbulence when you're like around them. They're always either having bad luck in their own life, which is not surprise if they're treating other people the way they're treating you, and there is like something with them that certainly doesn't spell like long term. It also tells you, Pisces, that you maybe have your own family that you need to take care of, like your own children, and you know, maybe this whole thing took a toll on that as well. And it's really telling you that you need to really pay attention to yourself. Like, why is this Ace of Pentacles there? So you're having House and Sorrow and Prison Messenger. So this person may be with somebody else. This person may be married. Prison to me could mean a marriage as well, or can be, and that kind of, or in a relationship where somebody's pulling the strings. So they might be literally be in prison and feeling sorry for their things. They will try to, see, the more that you are kind of like leaving the things, that more they're going to try to come back in your life. You see, people like that don't want you to be strong, because this is telling me that they know the weaknesses. They know what they need to say. You really have to watch what they do, not what they say this month, right? It's very, very important. You are having this ability to clear some karma and move, look, into this like big sun, kind of like going back into the sunset. It is like clearly that, look, you're starting from a huge darkness, the darkest card, like you have like this collection of darkness, and you're ending up with the light. So that means it's going to be a huge work ahead of you. But I really feel, especially if this person is involved with somebody else, because this card always talks to me about either present or past partners, and somebody who has such a big influence that this person is not really a free person. This person needs to do certain things in a very conditional way, and you might be also some kind of like a secret as well. And then if you do something, you see, they come with a baggage and they want to make you responsible for their own baggage. No, they are responsible for their own baggage, and you don't really need to put up with that, because it looks like obviously something is really, really bothering you. So let me just get one more card for you, Pisces. But again, just as I said, this is a general reading. This doesn't have to be you. And there is a possibility of this person coming back, but is that what you want? It is safe for you to love. And so this is kind of like what comes in this combination. It's kind of crucial. I think, and this is what is happening here, it is safe for you to love, but you also have to find a safe partner, somebody who is not going to condition things, somebody who will know that there are like some boundaries, like thou shall not cheat, thou shall call me when you say you would. And if these boundaries, if that line in sand is crossed, maybe once you can forgive, but not anymore, because that person is obviously not respecting what you are bringing to the table. And if you don't respect you, they won't respect you for sure. So Pisces, your comments, this is heavy. Your comments will be more than welcome. And if you're a new subscriber here, or if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, you see, clicking here is going to subscribe you, and then you're going to get an invite to get to my live sessions. And don't forget to be there on live sessions Saturdays at 11 a.m. EST, so that way you can actually win one of the live readings, one of the, pardon me, 15-minute readings with me, and that's an opportunity. Or in the meantime, you can win your reading by commenting on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you guys. You know that I love you and would love to hear your comments.